considering you dominated as well as you did.
I think he's just very lazy. I think it's very
his volume.
Not his volume. He's genuinely tired. I think he's genuinely tired of boxing. Not in a bad way too, bro.
Not physically. You mean like actually mentally?
I think both, physically and mentally. He's been boxing since he's 15. You could tell he's had surgery on his legs. He's had numerous surgeries all over his body.
He's older than the age says that.
Oh, bro, big time.
And he's very consistent too, fighting 4 or 5 times a year, so 3, 4, whatever.
At the highest level with top guys.
Yo, what's good, everyone? This is Ayo Boxing with Madiba, and we're here to talk about Canelo Alvarez being exposed by a former sparring partner. So Ahmed Abili, a former sparring partner of Canelo Alvarez and current contender at light heavyweight, made headlines pretty much exposing Canelo, calling him lazy and saying that he's tired of boxing, physically and mentally, stating that Canelo has been fighting since he was 15, which is about 20 years now, and that he's had several surgeries, and even suggested that his lifestyle outside of boxing contradicts and hinders his boxing life.
Guys.
And God knows what he does on the side, you know? So, like, when you're being that consistent and working that hard, but you're putting shit in your gas tank, it's gonna hurt, bro.
It catches up, especially in this sport.
Same, but imagine sparring a world champion of his caliber, of his legacy, and in the 3rd, 4th round, he's like, I'm tired. Like, what?
Is this Canelo or is this his little brother?
Like, I'm tired.
This is twin brother.
I can't right now. I'm like, fuck, bro.
He ain't say that.
I swear to God.
No, he didn't.
Oh, 100%, bro. They
crazy.
just stopped sparring because he's tired. But
No.
yes, bro.
No.
Whatever, bro.
No. I believe you, but I'm just saying, like, no.
Yeah, but that's how it is.
And this was very revealing and controversial to many boxing fans, especially Canelo fans. It was controversial because Ahmed broke a boxing taboo, which is talking about sparring and what goes on in training, which I think is corny and uncalled for, but nowadays it seems like no one cares. And it was also revealing because it was a confirmation to the narrative that Canelo has been on a decline since going undisputed at 168. The question is, should we take what Ahmed said seriously? And the answer is yes and no. A lot of things that Ahmed said lines up with a lot of observations that people have been making about Canelo. There's a growing consensus that Canelo is on the decline. Many people, including myself, see a difference in Canelo. If you compare Canelo before and after going undisputed at 168, Canelo doesn't look the same. His work rate and volume is lower. He's throwing singular shots rather than combinations. He relies more on pressure and power rather than his slickness and boxing ability. He's fighting at a slower pace and is having stamina issues. Canelo had stamina issues earlier in his career, and he was able to resolve that for a long time. But he's been fading in fights from Bivol up to now. Furthermore, Canelo seems to be spending a lot of time outside of boxing. He's been playing a lot of golf recently, and he's also expanding his business ventures over these last 2 years. Things like that can definitely take your focus away from boxing. And on top of that, Canelo has had a hand injury for the past year and a half. An injury like that can definitely affect how you train and fight. And if you add all the mileage that he's been accumulating since he's been a professional at the age of 15, it's only natural for a 33-year-old to decline and slow down. So hearing that Canelo is lazy and getting tired easily in training is believable. But you also have to consider that maybe Canelo had to change his style as he went up in weight. I mean, people do change how they fight. Floyd had to change the way how he fight when he got to welterweight to deal with bigger guys. So it makes sense why Canelo might be fighting differently compared to what he was at 160. But I still see a difference in how he fought. In my opinion, I think the best version of Canelo that I've seen was when he fought Cotto and against Daniel Jacobs. But you don't see that type of Canelo now, fighting guys like John Ryder, Bivol, and the Triple G third fight. But you should also consider that Ahmed is a sparring partner as well. We don't know the full context of what happened with Canelo during that particular time, and you have to remember that this is training. Everyone's going to have bad days and not be 100%. It's quite common for that to happen. And if Canelo was injured during this time period, it's understandable why he appeared tired and lazy. You need your hands to box, and conditioning is a big part of training. If you're unable to use your hands 100%, then this will affect the type of workouts you do, therefore affecting your stamina and conditioning. Furthermore, I think it's distasteful for a sparring partner to reveal things like that, especially before a fight. This dude has burned a bridge with Canelo, and has most likely ruined his reputation with working with other camps. But with the Charlo fight coming up this weekend, I do think that everyone should take what Ahmed said with a grain of salt, because if Canelo comes out lazy and gets tired in this fight, Jermell Charlo is fully capable of taking advantage of these weaknesses. I'll highlight this in my prediction video later this week, but you shouldn't sleep on Charlo in this fight. But as of right now, I still favor Canelo. But who knows, this is boxing, anything can happen. But thank you for tuning in with Ayo Boxing with Madiba. Hit like, subscribe, and more content's coming your way.